Hi there, this is Dr. Joe with Mountain Journey. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to take a look at an old Stanley Bailey type number 5 plane that I found in my mountain property. I was cleaning out one of the pole barns, and in the very back of the pole barn there was some rotten wood and some other things, and on the dirt floor, kind of half buried, was this. This is a Stanley number 5 plane, and you can see it is in absolutely terrible condition, but there's a lot of life in this. All the parts are present, nothing's cracked, and I think this can be turned into a very useful, beautiful tool again that will be a pleasure to use. Let's get started. But we'll try to take the knob and the tote off very carefully. These are brass screws, and then take this to the wheel, to the wire brush that I have on the drill press. That cleans things up really nicely. Okay, I haven't put anything on these, but because they're brass, sometimes they'll go. I don't believe it. It's amazing. Okay. There's the brass part that you can see here, and there'll be a threaded rod right here that we'll take off. Probably have to put a little of our favorite Freol around that. And then let's see if we can get the screw off the tote. Again, you need a perfect screwdriver for this. Ugh, I don't believe it. Okay, that's great. I'm surprised. But brass is pretty soft, so these brass parts, they come off. And then what we're left behind with is the steel threaded rod. And this is usually a steel screw. We'll see if we can take that off. Oh, I can't believe it. And there it comes. Huh. And then this will come off, and there's that threaded rod. That one's loose. Huh. That one's loose and just came right out. Unbelievable. And this one will come out. Oh, Freol did it. So now we're going to use a softer wire brush, and just get the loose finish off of the tote and the knob. Some paint stripper to finish it up. Take quite a few years of wear and tear off these guys, but they're intact, they're not broken. It's really nice, so I'm taking good care of them, especially the tote. So we'll get these prepared too and take a look at what we've done. Okay, now we've got our parts in here. We'll start spraying these with our nice and thick paint remover. Get a nice coating on all these parts. Let it do its thing. Wear gloves and wear eye protection, please. Stuff is caustic, no matter how safe they say it is. So we'll just let this sit here for a while. 30 minutes to a couple hours, that's the recommendation. To prepare the handles for finishing, I'm sanding them. I'm using this Mirka sander, but I'm starting with 220 grit, and I'm going with a very low speed. You can hear this, very low speed, because I don't want to change the profile of this, and I'm just being very cautious. And I do connect it to the dust extractor, the vacuum. So we're going to go 220, maybe 320, 400 to really get these nice and sand it up. But again, careful not to change that classic profile. Okay, time to finish these wooden parts. So let's use some gel top coat. This is a General Finishes satin wipe-on urethane. Look at that. Talk about an easy application, right? Well, that looks really lustrous. We'll wipe it down in just a minute. Let's put a coat on the knob. Nice even coat. Get the excess off. We don't want it to drip. And let's wipe it with a clean rag. Alright, we'll let those dry. We now have 2 coats of the General Finishes gel top coat, wipe on urethane, and you can see the beautiful lustrous color of this rosewood of the knob and the tote. They really look good. Now we're going to apply a coating of this brie wax, and then after that I'm going to buff it and maybe put some carnauba wax on it, just to really give it that luster. So we'll apply this brie wax, which I like very much, very liberally with a cotton rag here. And then let this dry a little bit, and we'll buff it. Get a really good coating on there. Really liberally put it on, make it nice, and then we'll let those dry. So this has the brie wax on it. It's got kind of a dull coating. It feels nice, it looks pretty good. But we'll put some carnauba wax on this buffer. Look how that just shines, it's beautiful. And we'll try to buff with the grain. See how that's just taking that beautiful, getting that beautiful shine going on there. This tool will be a pleasure to use. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Oh, and it feels so good too. So yeah, let's just get the whole thing buffed up. And then of course with use it'll get a nice patina. Get your normal hand oils on there. Boy, pretty good. Woo! Don't do that. That's nice and shined up. Feels great. I've already buffed the knob. See, the knob is looking good. Here's the final restored Tote and knob. These are beautiful rosewood. When I was sanding these, even with dust collection, you can smell that fine sawdust, which is of course a bit of a safety hazard, but it has that beautiful rose smell from which these are named rosewood. These are not walnut, as someone has said in one of the videos. These are rosewood. They are beautiful tropical hardwood. They have been finished with multiple coats of a combination oil and polyurethane, 3 coats actually, and then waxed with carnauba wax on a buffer. And they have a beautiful luster, a shine, and they just feel wonderful to your hands. I did sand these up to 600 grit before I applied the finish, and they really look great. When this plane is used a lot, they'll even have a more lustrous, deeper tone as the oil from hands and others create that beautiful patina. But this is the final knob and tote restoration of a Stanley hand plane, a number 5 hand plane. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Please like and comment if there's things I can do better. Stay safe.